Hi guys, what is up? Welcome back. I know I haven't went live in like 2 fucking weeks, but I'm back. I'm back, and we're gonna start making episodes every week. Hopefully, if the sugar daddies stay on their fucking job, there should be a fucking problem. Okay. I got my makeup. There is like no holiday. It was literally just my friend's birthday. And, they asked for a fairy theme or what was it, fantasy theme. So I did fantasy makeup, So I guess you could say like I'm an elf. I'm an elf. My eyelashes are not even, please don't judge, but I'm an elf. Mm-hmm. But back onto the main thing where we're all fucking here for. And that is my fucking story time. We are here for the fucking story times. So let's get into the fucking story. So this week we're gonna be talking. I told you guys last week that there was a pedophile that I dealt with, and I was gonna tell you guys about it. So I was like, let me just get this small story in, and then we can get back onto the real shit, because this story needs to be told. But at the same time, it's not my biggest story. It's not the biggest thing. We're like, oh, like this is, But so basically, I was on an app. I was on Bumble, right? And this older guy from like Canada, he hits me up. He's all like, what did he say? He said something. He was like, I can't even remember. Oh, where's my lighter? Looking for my lighter. I'm looking for my thoughts. I'm looking for everything. I can't find anything. Okay, sorry. But so he's from Canada. He was like here for work, and he was talking to me saying, he wants to take me out. He was like 60 something. And then to be I'm like, this is a sugar daddy. He's not from here. He gotta go back. I know he gotta go back home. He don't want nothing but, it's something that's not too cherishable. So, he picks me up. I let him pick me up. He picks me up. We go to like a little taco place. And we were just talking about stuff in America, things from my perspective as a black woman, because he's Middle Eastern. I'm pretty sure he's from Dubai. And he was like, oh my God, like, I've never known any of this stuff. Like, white people tell me things so differently than, what you're telling me. And I was like, yeah, because number one, you're in a state who's like bottom of the barrel in education. How are they going to know something they don't know anything? How can you know what you don't know? You know what I mean? So I told him that. So then, he was talking about how he smokes weed. And he did smoke weed. Like, he had a pen on him. But he said he had never smoked out of a bong. So I was like, I have a bong at my place. He was like, oh my God, we should use it. So he drives me back to my place, and he was really chill, like really respectful. And we're at my place, we're smoking. He was like, you want to watch something? I'm like, sure. Why not? And so he's like, you want to watch something? I'm like, yeah, why not? So, we're chilling. We're watching like some movie, and then he's like sliding his hands up, trying to play with my pussy. And I'm like, I just met you, like, I don't really know you. And he was all like, oh, I'm not trying to do anything, just give me a massage. And I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. I'm like, sure. Then, he's trying again. I'm like, And he's just like, I just want to see something. So then he's like kissing my legs, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just let him be my pussy, and then after this, I'm gonna start asking for stuff. Like, that's what I was thinking in my head. I didn't say that out loud. So, he started eating my pussy. I'm looking at him like, okay, like whatever. It's cool, I guess. But then this is where like the red flags start popping up. So, like, he was, like, fingering my pussy, and he was like, wow, I've never seen pussy this tight. Are you a virgin? I was like, no. And he was like, this pussy is the pussy of a 16-year-old. You get wet like a 16-year-old little virgin. I said, what? He was like, yeah, this pussy, definitely the pussy of a 16-year-old. I need to see your ID, honestly. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, I need to see your ID. This pussy's just, and he just kept repeating it. Kept repeating how, like, my pussy's the pussy of a 16-year-old. He's never seen a pussy like that. He was, like, smiling. He was literally like, wow, this is so fucking sexy. Your body's so young, so pure. You look like a little young, 16-year-old virgin. You're so fucking innocent. Like, this body's so innocent. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, oh my God, like, I don't even know this man. And, like, I'm telling him, like, do you think I'm 16? He's like, I don't know. So, like, after this, I'm like, okay, this is just not really gonna work. And then he goes home. And I was just like, what the fuck? I texted my Discord chat and I told him, I was like, what the fuck? I'm telling them. And it's just like, to me, it's blowing me because he told me he has a daughter. His daughter is 14. And he's, barely there for his daughter. She lives in a different country. And it's just like, if you think I'm 16 and I'm 22, and your daughter is 2 years from the 16-year-old age that you think is so hot, do you think your daughter's hot? Like, and why are you finding 16-year-olds hot and you're 64? What country is that legal? And even if it is legal, that doesn't sound wrong. That doesn't sound disgusting. Like, what? I'm just like, this isn't making sense. But it's just like, I really, like, thought about that, and I was like, this man was really fetishizing my body because it's skinny or whatever, that I have the body of a minor. So he was fetishizing me. It's like me having the body of a minor, and I'm all like, absolutely not. Like, no. And I even asked him the next day, I was like, so, like, do you find younger girls attractive? And he was like, no, I just point out the obvious. Something I just realized. I was like, sure. But other than that, that was my story about that fucking pedophile. Some things I wanted to talk about, that I feel like I need to tell y'all because y'all been asking me and shit. Not even like, sending me DMs. It's just anytime I go live, the girls are asking, and it's just, how do you avoid paying for services in life? Like, getting your car fixed, getting your wall fixed, like any service, getting something put together. And literally what I do is I go on Bumble, every dating app you can get on the dating apps, look at their occupation, look for the occupation you need to do that job, and swipe on all the guys with that job. I needed a lawyer, I swiped on all the lawyers. I needed a mechanic, I swiped on all the mechanics. I don't pay for services. So, like, you literally just get on those dating apps, get to fucking swiping, swipe, and you'll fucking find him. Easy, like, it's easy. You shouldn't even be worried, okay? Honestly, it's just a basic thing. Another thing I wanted to talk about was how, like, when me and my best friend, Nixie, we go out, people think we're prostitutes. Like, people dead ass think me and my best friend are prostitutes. And it's just like, what prostitute is wearing this makeup, a crown on their head. Hello Kitty? Like, what prostitute do you see dressing like this? Where are those prostitutes at? Because then I need to go buy some services. If that's how they come in now, if they come in like this, I got a 40 ball too. Like, it mind baffles me how many people think that just any pretty girl is a prostitute. Or maybe they're trying to get me into prostitution. Either or, I don't know, and it's just not going to work. The last thing that I'm going to talk about, and yes, this podcast is going to be short, but it's just a kickoff for me of getting started back into it, is I have been talking to somebody, and I did want to say that you guys know I have fantasies. I have fantasies being with, all of the people in Call of Duty, the military, gangbangs, maybe a police officer one day, construction workers, lumberjacks, and firefighters. And out of all those occupations, let's just say I've been talking to somebody with one of those occupations. And my pussy's just been so wet. My pussy's been wet, dripping, meowing, purring. It's in heat. Sometimes I worry, like, am I okay? Like, why am I so horny? Where did I get this from? But, I just need to find somebody who can fuck the horniness out of me. All of that horniness. Who can fuck it out of me? Who can fuck it out of me? But with that being said, guys, that is all I have for you guys this week. I'm going to keep it short so that I can start getting back into the motions. I want to give you guys at least something while I start putting more episodes and just putting out more content. So I will see you guys next week. Hold on. Love you guys. Have a beautiful whatever day it is for you. Be a slut. Keep coming. And I don't know. Bye.